professors. It's Matthew. Because I got the flu, as I mentioned in the email before. I couldn't manage to deliver the speech in person. That's why I'm saying it right now, delivering online. Today's Wednesday already. You may wonder why, because I've already promised that I'm gonna give it on by Monday. But after that time, I don't know why I still feeling more tired than before on Saturdays, on Fridays. I just feel so weird. So I just keep eating the pills and keep taking as much sleep as I can. Hope that I can be more energetic, but things didn't work that way. I'm still not feeling good. So after the speech, I think I'm gonna go to the clinic again to check out like what's going on with me. Sorry for my apologize. I can deliver on time. Anyways, right now I'm gonna give the career speech. And for me, I choose nurse. So imagine whenever, I don't know, like when's the last time you get in the hospital because of injury or you're gonna do some surgeries. But do you remember that, like, apart from your parents and doctors, there's always somebody next to you, taking caring you the most, giving you the most emotional support whenever you need them, 24/7, midnight, morning, afternoon. They're always gonna appear there as soon as possible to reach help to you, right? And that's the nurse. You know, behind every time there's somebody being given birth, somebody taking recovery, or even somebody pass away, there's always at least a nurse there. They always look so kindly, passionate, and energetic for us. Nowadays, there's already 3.5 million of nurses. They're spreading across and every, you can see them everywhere. School, government, and school, government, and hospital also, of course. Sorry. They're always there to assist for some life situations, saving people. They may not get as much as recognition as doctors who do those surgeries, but they still should get our respect. For me, nurses is always the biggest passion for me to be. You know, because since I'm younger, there's one time I get being suffered by devastating illness, and I like gotta stay in the hospital for a few weeks for treatment and recovery. At this time, my parents are really busy on their own businesses, so there's seldom somebody who came here to visit me. And at that time, there's a nurse. I still remember her name. She's called Mary. Auntie Mary is always there, staying with me 24/7, talking with me, giving me supports, helping me to pull out those needles, always checking with me, with my body and stuff every day, talking with me. I feel like, yeah, she's the only one which like mostly support me throughout those several weeks. At that time, from her, I saw kindness, friendliness, passion, and really energetic. So that was since that time on. Yeah, it sounds really stupid. Just since that time on, I dreamed to be a nurse. Yeah, so like that's the reason. Yeah, and right now I'm gonna talk about like what's the qualifications to be a nurse, and is there any pathway or any career of them. So in common, people may always think that there's only one way to become a nurse, is to get a bachelor degree, but that's not right at all. you know, people can either get an associate degree or a Bachelor of Science in nursing, and then passes the exam called necklace to get the nursing license to become a nurse. You can start your career pathway right here, or you can either like continue still pursuing an accelerated program to reach to the more higher level and getting like more salary. But most importantly, education never stops. From evolving life-saving procedures to specialize in a new disease or even illness to attend nursing's conference, nursing's never truly graduated or stop learning. Technology such as telehealth and telemedicine is also evolving, driving nurses to stay educated and informed. Also, in many places, nurses work within research and business departments or educational institutions to provide care remotely or in person with the help of knowledge. This means nurses can assist you kind of really anywhere, anytime, 24/7. More importantly, realizing that nursing is really far away from a perfect life. They may look good in a hospital, people may heard that they get some good salaries, but it's not just that. From an interview with my uncle who really works in a hospital in Miami, he said that his experience is emotional burdened by seeing like humans suffering every day. You know, whenever he come home, he always know that that day he had a rough day for saving people. Sometimes he couldn't even barely sleep, because sometimes when you're when you're seeing too much tough situations, and you do worry about to like you gotta show up strong when your patients are falling apart. Because if you're also being weak, you're gonna just spreading fearless, like frightenness to your patient. Burnout happens. You know what? There's a 2025 study shows 45% of nurses experience some emotional exhaustion at the same level, just like my uncle, especially after COVID-19. But yet they still gotta continue to show up every day for the patients because all of them want to help and love to be a nurse. That's what really guides me from the interview with her. Importantly, this is certainly not a low stress job. Nurses must have the capability and the emotional skills to cope in different situations with patients and gotta have low quitting rates. You cannot give up easily, because just imagine that even maybe the patient didn't give up for getting treatments. How could nurses getting up easily, right? But also for the highly stressful working environment, it also came with some high salary. From what I searched online, the average entry salaries for nurses working in a hospital is usually flowing around 65,000 to 78,000 as the median pay for a nurse yearly. Especially like sometimes nurses can even earn much higher depending on the location and what they're really working, what patient are they really working with. So dramatically as it seems, nurses can either save a life, whether holding your hand in the ICU, an advocate for the patient, and identifying signs of several illness. Nurses sees and really helps patients in different positions daily. Many say it was just a simple act of compassion that sometimes work wonders over medications. And with the shortage of nurses, the need for these professions grows. Today, we do have a national shortage of nurses because of, as I mentioned before, about the highly stressful environment. Because not everyone can handle that, right? The profession is the profession is fulfilling as it serves an urgent and critical need. But the rewards often call to you. Nurses take pride in their work, but when patients, when they're at their most vulnerable, you have a camaraderie with your team. Nurses get to grow emotionally. After the day is over, nurses is continue to wipe their tears and remember how they help another human being. So, why do you want to be a nurse? Maybe that's simple. Growth, empathy, brains, and every day. You show up eager and ready to learn. But in this profession, you have to put your head out there no matter what for the patient, for the same reasonable. Nurses are the heart of healthcare, so I want to be a nurse to like kind of build a career, to help hearts and minds of patients and their families. In any crisis, there's always a need for a cool head and a caring heart. Thank you for listening to my speech. I'm gonna send you the outline also with along the email. Thank you for your understanding, Professor. See you.